Hey guys, what's up? This is going to be my re-review for the albums War and Peace by Demon on It. Now I will say that the first time I did a review ever was on the album Peace, and I don't think the review is actually very good, but that's one of the reasons why I wanted to redo the review for those two albums, because those were the first two reviews that I did. Now, both of these albums are actually quite good, and I think they've held up quite a bit. But I will say that the album Peace has probably held up quite a bit better than War has, at least for me. For the album Peace, I would say I probably have had a hankering to listen to probably every one of those songs off the album at one time or another. So that tells you that the album as a whole is actually quite good. I don't usually go more than a month before listening to something on Peace. I'm exposed to a lot of music all the time, a lot of new music. I'm a reviewer, so I get this bombarded with different music pieces all the time. And if you find yourself, and you're in my position, and you find yourself going back to an album over and over and over again, it means it's a good album. For War, I still feel like there are some particular songs that I really get a hankering to want to listen to at a particular time, but it's not as strong of a feeling as it is off the songs off Peace. In terms of sound, Peace is a very melodic, atmospheric, and almost has a quality of melancholy to it in some regard in terms of what it sounds like to listen to. There's a lot of deep emotional underpinnings in this album, I think. I'm already developing things like memories based on certain songs and things like that. I'm actually making it almost like a part of my life, which is really weird because it's just music. But, you know, music can communicate so many things, and there's just something about this album that is just really above and beyond what I would expect an album to be. As far as the structure on the songs for Peace, I will say that they do flow fairly well from one song to the next off this album.
When I leave you more than bones. More than bones. You'll never be alone again. When I leave you more than bones.
What I like about the album Peace is that there's generally a similar feel throughout all the songs on the album. It doesn't really jump around too much in terms of different moods. Yes, the lyrics are different, and Ryan Clark is trying to get across a different point on all these different songs, but at the same time, it's still Demon Hunter all the way. Now, as far as War goes, there's still some songs on there that I just think, man, these are really, really good songs. And sometimes I do get an inclination, like, I could really listen to the song, like Cut to Fit or something like that. So I'll go to iTunes and I'll start listening to Cut to Fit, the first track off War, and then I'll just end up listening to the whole album. There's also other parts where I feel like there are some memories associated with some of these songs. I still think the best song off of the album War is the song Close Enough. I can't say enough good things about this song. It just has it all. War, the song Close Enough, is still one of my favorite songs from this year, I will say. I had a lot of fun reviewing that song. Now I will say the song No Place For You Here has also been a really strong song from this album, and it kind of surprises me because it's not really even a single or anything like that. And I think in my previous review of this album that I said that this was the most complex track off the record or something like that. And I guess that goes to show that there's a lot of listenability that there is with a song that is complex like this. Now obviously when you get to know a song, you get to know the feelings of it, you get to know the impressions it puts on you, you learn to just enjoy it as a feeling experience. And that's what I think really the song No Place For You Here really does for me. Now overall, I do think Peace is a stronger album than the album War. And I just say that mostly because I keep going back and keep going back and keep going back to the album Peace for whatever reason. And a lot of times I don't even start at the beginning. It's like, oh, I could really listen to this song right now. So I'll put it on and then I'll just loop it so it'll repeat. It'll go through the album and then it'll repeat. And oddly enough, it's like it works fairly well doing that. So and I want to say on both albums, the closers for these albums are actually very, very strong. I think they're very strong closing songs. I find myself going back and going back and going back to Peace, whereas with War, it's more like, oh, I really want to listen to this one song, just this one song I want to listen to, and so that's usually where I would search it on YouTube. As far as a rating for these albums, I'm going to put Peace at a very, very, very strong 9.5. And for War, I'm going to give it a slightly less score, and I'm going to give it a 8.75. Well guys, this has been my re-review of the albums War and Peace by Demon Hunter. Thanks for watching. Bye.